Well, that's pretty silly. I went to the wrong side. I didn't know they changed it. And I was waiting for like 15 minutes in the wrong area for a pickup at Walmart. Now they do the pickups on the side, which probably makes it better. But I guess they moved the pickup area from in front because it used to be by the first front doors, but now it's along the side, which makes more sense because then they have more designated areas, more options. But then where I was sitting was the pharmacy, and luckily I haven't. A while back I went to another Walmart location a few cities over, and they have the same setup, so I happened to go to the correct side, and right as I did, they called me to see where I was. So I called back, and she came out. Kind of like it being on the side, a little easier, especially since I don't have a car. Since they have like 10 or more spots now, they probably, I'm guessing they're doing it at every location, giving more designated pickups for curbside. Would make sense. I wanted to wait it out because some days they can be really slow. So I wasn't sure what to assume, if it was them or if it was my error. Got hit when I was a few blocks away from Walmart. This dude was driving super erratic, but not the last minute. As I slowed down, veered away, he happened to see me. I thought he was gonna run the stop sign, but luckily he didn't. He just stopped a little later than most people might. So that was annoying. Wasn't scared, just kind of tense because it was a neighborhood not too dissimilar to this. He was going all crazy. And then of course, once I got past him, he went back to his crazy driving. And to make matters worse, he was driving a business vehicle that said like Mike's Auto Repair or something. So not that it's any other good time would be a good time to drive erratic, but he would have lucked out with me since I decided before I left the house I'd start recording on the way back, since it's like a 40-minute ride, something like that, so long enough. So my camera was in my backpack, but so no visuals of a license plate, but having the mics, whatever, on the vehicle would have narrowed it down quite a bit. Not the smartest cookie. Happy. I was wondering what this random clunking was. Either the whole way out here or halfway. And so I did some Premiere investigating, and it was one of a few of my thoughts. It was kept having pedal strikes against the water bottle cage, because how I put the bottle in the other day and it weighed it down and awkwardly pushed it. So that was nice to find out it wasn't something else. Still I am careful though, since I forgot. I've been out of it the last few days, and I still haven't. Even though I tightened them a few days ago, I haven't checked the cranks by taking them apart to see what's up with the wobbly. So I'm gonna do that later after I rest. Didn't go anywhere yesterday. Felt sick, and my body was just telling me to lay low. I wasn't really that achy. I was a little bit in the morning, but that's pretty common. But my body was just not feeling it. Felt drained. I had energy, but my body was just saying, don't go anywhere. So I didn't go anywhere until I took the dog on a walk. But that doesn't really count because we went to the end of the street and then walked up to the street behind ours, it's above our street, walked all the way down there, and then just looped back onto our street. So it was like 15-20 minutes, give or take, especially because she didn't, for whatever reason, she wasn't as distracted, and she didn't pee as much or poop as much. So it seemed a little shorter than normal because she didn't keep stopping. Normally, because of all the stopping and the fact that she's a Maltese poodle mix, making her not that big, depending on how far we end up going, it can take a wee bit longer than if it was me alone. Same with taking my sister's dog, Garrett, be alone or with my parents' dog. Still a wee bit. Sometimes she can be a little quicker though, oddly, even though she's smaller. It might be because she doesn't always have to smell, even though she's a little older, so sometimes she'll go a little further without needing to smell. It all depends though, one of those things. My camera really hates me. Won't work properly. Can't see the lights. Oh, I had to go this way. Bad idea. Of course I did play. And that happens. glad I wasn't, even though I had to delete some files and not upload everything that I shot last week, because the second video I made from the 16th, something happened with it and it took me 2 days to stop trying. Tried Friday and Saturday. No matter how many files I deleted, it wouldn't do anything. And then yesterday, at some point, I just gave up and then just tried editing the video I took from the 17th, and it went off without a hitch. It just kept the one from the 16th, it just kept getting to a certain spot while I was exporting and editing, and then it wouldn't move over. So I gave up. But on Friday, I was glad I hadn't been recording because my front wheel got stuck and I flipped my bars. Because why not? Because there was I went on the sidewalk and it got stuck in a little thingy. Wasn't expecting it to, but it happens. One of those like PG&E things where they had a special tool and I could pick it up and then do whatever they need to do, or water, either one. Hadn't had it happen in a few years because all my wheels and tires have been slightly bigger, but this bike has 23C or 25C, and I was glad that I just went on the side. I was going on the sidewalk, like I do sometimes, going towards downtown, because it's kind of awkward sometimes. And I was hop on the sidewalk and hop back into the street. So it's one of those kind of scenarios. So I wasn't expecting. Luckily, I was only going so quick. I was going pretty slow, so they just crossed through the crosswalk onto the sidewalk. So I was happy about that. But I did get this kind of sensitive if it showed up. Can't tell. Hard to tell since my GoPro's upside down. Now that I know the logic when it comes to using the chest mount adapter, gotta put it upside down. Luckily I already had auto whatever flip, so it started doing it. I think it took like 2 or 3 videos for it to engage, but it's already enabled to where it just flips right side up, even though I'm recording upside down. Was watching a Scotty Cranmer video, as I do, and I noticed his brother Maddie had whoever's GoPro he was using in the chest mount for that goofy. It was upside down, so I was like, aha, because I had thought about it when I first started using it, so I'm sure. But then it all came to me. I was certain. May have seen it in another video, possibly Terry Bearston there. All that effort for inner tube I'm not able to use yet, but I'm glad that they made pickups free again. because they were charging $5.99 for a couple months, but it's useless. It was $5.99 or free if you had a Walmart Plus membership, but I think it backfired such as I was hoping, and it turned people off like myself. Why would you get Walmart Plus just to avoid paying $5.99 when you could go somewhere else? If it's an item somewhere else has, or you get a similar item free pickup, or go on Amazon and get it in a couple days with free shipping. I understand they're trying to compete with Amazon, but why change it if you're the only store? Why add a price if you and no other store had it? And as well, they're one of the first stores that I am aware of that started doing pickups and curbside pickups.